Motivation is something that just fascinates me with entrepreneurs. So way back when, what was your motivation to get started, to like get dirty and muck through the grind and the hustle? And then what's your motivation now to keep going?
I think the main thing was always to like have like my freedom, like independence, just be able to like plan my week however I want. Whether I want to. I know it sounds like super like bratty and like luxurious, but it's like, do I want? Well, it's almost like I guess anybody else. Like, okay, do I take a vacation this week or not? Right? You're essentially like deciding, am I working this week or not? Like, am I going to do something for myself? Am I going to push the business? It's that sort of a thing. And but even if it's like, what days this week am I going to work? And what days am I going to do something for myself? What days am I going to do something for my family? Like, when am I going to hang out with my daughter? Like, just planning everything like to make it like the optimum kind of a thing. Like, oh well, Tuesday's really going to be a nice day, so maybe that day I'll do this, that, and the other with my daughter, for instance.
Right.
Rather than doing like being on this like 9 to 5 schedule where your only free day might be Saturday, and of course that's the day that it rains and storms and stuff like that, so you can't do anything outside that you wanted to do. You can't go on a hike with your daughter. So it's just like having that like flexibility of kind of doing whatever. That's always been my motivation, and hence buying these rental properties, because as long as everybody's paying rent, there's really not much for you to do, especially if you have the infrastructure I have with the property management company, because
Right.
I flow all my own shit through the property management aspect of my company. So if there's a repair call, they can just go on arkhamrealty.com and request a repair. And I have like very little to do with that, again, thanks to awesome people like Larkin Coles and the rest of my staff. So that's definitely like always been a huge motivator for me. It's just having that flexibility and just being able to pick up and go. Like, hey, let's go to Spain for 2 weeks. Let's see the world, do stuff, and not be trapped in this thing that's just absolutely like disgusting to me. It's just
Yeah. Well, so in all of this, like in the vein of all of this, you were kind of like leaning towards saying like, well, it might sound selfish, but to me, like whenever somebody says that about how they want their work life to be, like it's not being selfish, or it can be, I guess, if you want to say that. But what that really means is like my happiness really matters. Like I wouldn't be happy doing something else. I wouldn't be happy cooped up in an office. I wouldn't be happy having some job that was like so cookie cutter, and I wasn't able to be creative, and I wasn't able to excel, and I wasn't able to learn or challenge myself. So like whenever I hear somebody like start to get weird about like be like, it might sound selfish, but like, no, this is your life. Like if you're not going to be selfish for you, who's going to do it?
that. And the thing is if I don't succeed, like I'm not going to be happy and I'm not going to be able to provide happiness to others.